Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Football Smack Talk Show. I am your host, Ryan,
I'm Eric.
and welcome in everybody to another fantastic Wednesday. We made it through the first half of the week.
Yep.
Uh,
Now it's all coasting from here, guys.
all
Yeah.
right, I'm glad. Going to send this off to your boss just to let them
Oh
know.
God, they already know.
I know they 100% do.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, we got a long off season, lots of things to talk about. In fact, last night on the Birds of the Round Table on the Eagles Pinball Network, we kicked off draft coverage with a little bit of a mock draft between Dibes and I. But today on the Football Smack Talk Show, we're going to focus a little bit on the roster itself. We're going to do a full roster stay or go. We're going to see how that looks. Some are obvious, some are not. But either way, we'll go position by position, going through things. And if there's time, we'll discuss, some other things. So,
Before we get going, I just want to wish everybody a happy anniversary. It goes
absolutely.
8 years ago today with their big win over the New England Patriots. You know the ESPN's doing a 30 for 30 special on Friday
Ah,
for the Philly special. So that will
which
be
I thought was kind of bullshit that they should have released it today.
right. That's what I thought too. I'm just like, well, it would have made sense if they'd done it today, but whatever.
Yeah, ESPN has certainly fallen off.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll look forward to that. Any further detail that anyone can provide for that wonderful moment in all of our lives. So, all right, let's get to the roster. And
Yeah.
if you're with us, chime in. Let us know what you guys think of when we're talking about a certain player. Um, sometimes by the time we get to it, we might not know. So if you're talking about a specific player,
Yeah. Name that player.
name
Yeah.
that player. It does help. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's start on the offensive side of the ball,
Okay.
and we'll start with the easy. We'll go quarterback.
So you'll give me the layup to start. Obviously, I want to keep Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, yeah, I would think Jalen Hurts would be a nice easy keep.
Yeah.
No more needed to
Yeah. I
talk
was to say,
about.
I don't think we need to discuss that any further.
All right,
Anybody who thinks differently,
you're
maybe
just
this
a
isn't
hater.
your show.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Tanner McKee. Listen, a lot of people are assuming that he might be involved in some sort of trade. He didn't look great in the last game, so I don't know if that might have killed his value.
Right.
Um, what do you think? Stay or go?
Look, if you can get something of value for him, then sure, you can send him on his way.
Okay,
But
what's value?
I don't think you're going to. To me, third rounder.
Do you think anybody's giving you a third rounder for Tanner McKee?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. Which is why I'm gonna say just keep him.
Okay,
Because what do you like? What else are you gonna do with the backup quarterback? I mean, sure, you could go get like there are options, but I don't know if they're that much cheaper or that much better. Like,
right.
I just stick with the guy you've developed. So I'm saying keep Tanner McKee.
All right. Next up, Sam Howell, who actually is a free agent. What do you think about him?
Again, I mean, if you can keep him, the price is right. Like it doesn't, like it's not gonna break my heart if all of a sudden I see Sam Howell signed somewhere to be a backup. But I, if he wants to test the waters to see if there's a backup spot for him, I say I'll salute, go for it. But yeah, if the money's right, keep him.
Okay. All right. So no changes in the quarterback room, according
No,
to Eric. All right. Let's go with the running backs. Saquon Barkley.
yeah, I'm keeping him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
he
so.
he is good at tackle football.
Yeah, he is. Tank Bigsby.
I like Tank Bigsby. I like him. I like him and Saquon in that 1-2 punch. I want to keep that. I want to keep that together.
Agree. And I hope they utilize a little bit more of Tank.
Right.
I thought when he was going well, he was getting a good yard per carry, but they just weren't utilizing him all that much. So yeah, I like the duo. All right, next up, AJ Dillon.
Clearly he found his way into the doghouse, and maybe the move for Bigsby was an indication that he
Right.
wasn't going to be kept around. I'm fine with letting him go.
Same. Yeah, I think he just couldn't find his place.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, Will Shipley.
He's got one more year, right, under his rookie contract, I
Yeah, I think he's
believe.
going into his third year. So
Yeah, you keep him for one more year, and after that, he's probably moving on anyway. So, yeah, I want to keep him.
okay. And recently signed Carson Steele that we signed from the Chiefs practice squad.
Yeah, a curious move. So I guess I want to see how that pans out. I'm sure they must have seen something that they liked, so I'll keep
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I'm kind of wanting to see what he has
Hmm.
in camp and kind of go from there. So I'm good with that as well. So
Yeah, maybe put a
bye
pin in that.
bye AJ
Yeah,
Dillon.
yeah, maybe put a pin in that discussion, and we can discuss that further when we start talking about roster cuts in late August.
Sure. Now theoretically, I do have to mention the one and only official fullback on the roster, injured Ben Van Summeren. Do you bring him back?
I'd like to. I know they had plans for him. He got injured in the opening kickoff for the year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we did not get to see a blessed thing from him. Look again. I know they had plans for him. I'd like to see if those plans can take shape next year.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. I kind of feel bad leaving it like that. So, all right. Let's go to the wide receivers. Um, I'll start with Devonte Smith.
Well, obviously, I'm keeping Devonte Smith. Yes.
Okay. Next up, Jahan Dotson, free agent.
Look, I had high hopes for Jahad Dotson. To me, he really has not lived up to like I wanted him to be a nice outlet guy. I wanted him to take some of the pressure off of Smitty and Brown, and I just don't think he did that. So I'm fine with letting him walk.
Yeah, I think he's obviously going to probably look for a raise, and I just don't think the offense utilized the third wide receiver spot all that well. So
Yeah.
next up, going into his second year, the darling of training camp, Darius Cooper.
I'd like to see him get another shot. You'd like to see him make the 53. I want to see him push for that wide receiver 3. If we don't address that either through free agency or the draft, I want to see him push for that wide receiver 3.
Okay, sounds good. Britton Covey.
I mean, look, he's a kick returner. Like that's his primary responsibility. We saw what happened when he was not on the team, so maybe I'd like to hold on to him.
Yeah, our kick return was putrid at best.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
and let's just say, nearly led to me having a stroke during that Dallas game.
Wouldn't have surprised me.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Danny Gray.
Whatever, man.
Yeah,
Bye.
exactly. Signed back to the practice squad. Good old Mister Aquez Watkins.
God. Whatever. Sure. You see ya.
All right, and then Johnny Wilson injured, couldn't make it back. Going into his third year, still think the dude has good amount of potential.
Yeah, I like him, and I still think he can be a nice red zone target. I like Johnny Wilson. I want to see. he has. I feel like he has that ability to move the sticks on third down and be a big threat in the red zone. I want to see him on this team next year.
Yeah, again, I think people kind of forget that he was on the team just
Right.
because we haven't heard his name in forever and never really got any update on how he was doing. So, last but not least, on purpose,
I knew. Yeah, I knew this was
leaving
on purpose.
leaving for the last,
Yeah.
Mister Always Open, AJ Brown.
Now, I know I'm going to be, well, I'm sure it'll be unanimous on this show. Maybe the minority around the Philadelphia area, but I want AJ Brown back here. I feel like cooler heads have to prevail. Get these guys, like, get him in a room with Sean Mannion, and let's talk about what this offense can be. Let's forget the past. Let's move forward
Yeah.
and I think cooler heads can prevail. I think AJ Brown should be back in
Yeah, I
2026.
think the local media
Yeah,
has certainly driven this, narrative to the point where now national people are picking it up and they're like, "Oh, well, we hear around the league that blah blah blah." Who gives a shit about around the league?
no, I don't at all.
Nobody. All that matters is how the Philadelphia Eagles feel about AJ Brown and how AJ Brown feels about the Philadelphia Eagles. And you talk to anybody who's actually not a JO that understands the locker room,
Right.
will tell you that he's beloved by his teammates. The organization loves him. And yeah, AJ Brown can
Freudian slip there.
yeah, I love it. AJ Brown could certainly get frustrated, but I
Sure.
think with a new offensive coordinator, I think perhaps hey, listen, perhaps I was a little bit hasty. Let's see what's what. There's been
Yeah,
no
and look,
indication he wants to leave. The
yeah,
report that he had asked for multiple trades is 100% false.
yeah.
Um, the person that tried to report that is notorious for not being the most
He should have,
credible.
yeah, he should have his media credentials revoked. Um,
But anyway,
but yeah, I agree with you. And look, if there's one thing, you had that Freudian slip calling AJ Brown Terrell Owens. Hey, look, Jeffrey Lurie remembers T.O. and remembers how T.O. was so productive in this locker room. And like you said, just like AJ Brown, really beloved. And man, like it's easy for a situation to spiral out of control. I think Jeffrey Lurie can be that adult, can be the guy that says, "Look, guys, I remember what this was like. We can fix this. Let's learn from our mistakes, and
right.
let's keep AJ Brown in this room."
Let's not remember that we're
Yeah,
not that far removed from having somebody like John Hightower, a prominent member of the wide receiving corps.
yeah.
That no
Please,
offense to your cousin from another mother, but Greg Ward Jr. being the top guy,
top guy,
top guy.
top guy, my man.
Like
Yeah, I don't want that again. Like
let's
I love my cousin.
settle.
I love him to death. He's my
Right,
man. Come and hang out
right.
at the family
Obviously, he had his time,
reunions. But
but come on,
yeah, no, come
we have
on.
a one-two
We got
punch.
AJ Brown.
Right, we have a one-two
Like,
punch that we
yeah,
need to continue,
yes,
building upon. So anyway, so yeah,
agreed. I want to add pieces to that receiving
right.
core. I don't want to take
I
anything
would like
away.
to draft a wide receiver to fill the third spot
Right, right.
and kind of build up from there. So, all right, let's move on to tight end.
Which, as we've said, there are none under contract for the
I mean,
Eagles
yeah,
currently.
there's really not. Let's see, Grant Calcaterra.
The calculator. I'm kind of hoping the numbers don't add up there, and the calculator can be on its way out.
Oh, that was a good math joke. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Kylan Granson.
He doesn't do anything for me. I mean,
Agreed.
Yeah, if you're bringing him back as a third tight end,
Not the worst thing
sure.
in the world, but like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you're right.
yeah,
And listen, we really shouldn't be crying about a third tight end. We
no.
do need to focus on the first two, but still.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, there's a team playing in the Super Bowl who routinely runs out a three tight end personnel set.
well, there you go.
Yeah,
Well, potential there.
yeah.
All right, moving on to the prize of the tight end room. Mr. Dallas Goddard having one of his best seasons
Yeah, I would dare
heading
to
into
say
free
maybe his
agency.
best. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
I want him back.
I do too. And listen, I think even if you get him for like a 2 year deal, right?
Sure.
I still would love to draft a dude early, first 2 rounds,
Oh, I
and
love your boy out of Oregon, Sadiq. Yeah.
yeah, Sadiq
Yeah.
would be fantastic, and have those be a 1-2
Ooh.
punch transfer.
Mhm.
You know the
Well, we talk about wanting the fill the third receiving spot. Well, if you take Sadiq, I know that adds just really the second tight end, assuming you're keeping Dallas Goddard. But man, that makes that 12 personnel run really
well, you can
smoothly.
run 12
Yeah,
personnel, and then you also have two receivers out of that 12
right.
personnel, plus your two star wide receivers.
And all of a sudden, that's options for Jalen Hurts, and he can work through progressions. And I don't know, maybe if you get him to the line of scrimmage with more than 5 seconds on the play clock, he can process and see, hey, who should be my hot guy here? Who should be my primary read? I know what the play suggests, but this is what the coverage is telling me.
Right.
I can make adjustments. God forbid you have more than like 3 seconds before the play clock goes off, and you can make those decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So I agree. All right. I believe he was on our practice squad. Never really got, and doesn't even theoretically have an official number according to the roster here.
Oh,
But
so
this
you
is a
can't
guy
get
that
his
I like
jersey?
coming out of Florida State, going into his third year. Jaheim Bell.
Yeah. I'd like to see what we have there.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of hasn't really found his footing in the NFL just yet.
Right.
Again, if I feel like if he's going to come into camp and have the full camp to kind of, figure things out and
Yeah.
learn with everybody else learning, the new offense,
Again,
and then
fine
potentially he
with
has a shot
bring
at
yeah.
tight end
Bring
3.
him back as part of the 90 and we can we can see if he makes it to the final cuts.
Right. Yeah. All right. EJ Jenkins.
Uh, I mean, give me your favorite EJ Jenkins moment. Right.
Listen, you made a play or two, and
Sure.
especially in camp, he stood out a bit.
Hmm.
And again, I'd be fine with a 90,
Yeah. Yeah.
to the 90, but I just don't see him making a roster here. So whatever, I could go either way. So, and then final tight end, officially tight end, Cameron Latu, who was used a lot as a fullback once Van Simmeren kind of got injured and kind of
How
didn't
do you
really
feel
see
like
much.
Latu did in that role? I mean, I felt like he was decent in
I
that
thought he
role.
was
Yeah.
decent.
So I'd
So
like to see him challenge Vince
yeah,
Simmons. Maybe
see,
bring it in where you got the two of them and one of them's making the team.
yeah, yeah, agreed, and just kind of let him
Yeah.
figure it out. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's move on to the offensive line. Let's start with our centers, official centers. Mr. Cam Jurgens.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Drew Kendall.
I was fine with him. I like him as a depth piece. He can play center. He can play guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I think it's an easy keep,
yeah, yeah.
especially with Cam Jurgens' health. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if they went out and drafted a actual center,
Mm-hmm.
just for more depth pieces. But yeah, absolutely. And then finally, Jake Majors. who I don't recall when he got added, but um,
Yeah, I know
rookie
he
out
was
of
a. Yeah, I mean, look, I liked him in Texas, but
Texas. Right.
yeah, uh,
Yeah,
yeah, sure. Again, you can be part of the 90, and we'll see if you make the final cut.
there you go. Sounds good. All right, moving towards the outside, we got guard Landon Dickerson.
Yes, obviously he's being capped. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty. Let's see. All right. I guess theoretically end of the season on the injured reserve list, but guard slash center, I guess you could call him Willie Lampkin.
Um. Again, like he didn't really do anything for me. Like I
Oh yeah,
sure.
you didn't see any time, and
Yeah.
they never activated him off the off the IR
Yeah.
officially. So he kind of
I'd
just
like to see him in camp and see what we have.
yeah, exactly. I'm interested in kind of seeing what's what. So all right, Tyler Steen.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I felt like going into the season, he was kind of the weak link on the offensive line. Like he probably played some of the more consistent football of anybody on the O
Yeah, he
line.
wasn't necessarily outstanding, but he was solid enough.
Yeah,
I wouldn't hate trying to bring in somebody to kind of compete.
sure.
Again, you should always be looking to improve your team, and that's
Hmm.
certainly a spot on the offensive line where you would want to improve. But yeah, so I obviously he has to stay. So all right, Matt Pryor.
Uh, I really hope we've seen all we're gonna see of Matt Pryor in the game. Like, I've not been the biggest fan of his. I wanted to get behind him, but man, like he just
Jeez, tell us how you really feel.
I he's had a while to get his footing here. It just hasn't happened. So I'd be fine letting him go.
Okay. All right. Uh, and they trying to decipher through this. No, I just friggin' saw him. Brett Toth.
I kind of feel similarly to Pryor, but I think I'd
Oh,
be more forgiving of Toth.
I disagree. I think Toth
Okay.
has garnered enough. Again, I think when he was asked to, actually start and knew he was starting, I thought he did fine. It's
Hmm.
just when it was like, oh yeah, by the way, you're
Oh,
starting tomorrow,
yeah.
or you got to go
Such
in
and
the
such
game
is dead,
now.
so
Like,
you got to go in. Yeah.
right. I just thought he was,
But isn't that kind of the life of a
I
backup
mean,
offensive
you're not
lineman?
wrong. You're not wrong. But again, I think with preparation, I thought he played rather well, and I'd like to see him kind of expand on that. So. All right, moving to tackles. Let's start with another Texas boy, Cameron Williams.
I mean, I'd like to see what we have there in Cameron
Oh,
Williams.
100%.
Again, yeah, I loved him in
There's such
Texas. Yeah.
raw
Yeah.
rawness ability with him that I have to
Yeah,
see.
I have to see more. Yeah,
Yeah.
before I can make a decision on him. Yeah.
Our boy Fred Johnson.
I may be the president of the Fred Johnson fan club. Like I really like him.
I love Fred Johnson. I was so happy
Yeah.
when we got him back.
Yeah, I
Not only is
really like him.
he's a great presence in the locker room,
Yeah.
but man, did he step up for Lane
Right.
in such a great way. I think had we not traded for him again, bringing him back, I shudder to think where we'd be.
Like I kind of think he could have been like MVP of the team. Like he was that good in such a tough spot.
Yeah, it was certainly was. All right, Jordan Mailata.
Boy, I mean, obviously, I want Bialotta back. I know, like, he did not have a good year
Didn't have
this
his
past
greatest year,
year,
that's for sure. You're
but
right.
I definitely think there was something up. I think he was injured. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
Probably more football than he's ever played. Considering he hadn't
well,
played a
definitely
ton of
is.
football in his life.
Right.
So like I feel like he's gonna know how to take care of his body a little better this off season,
Yeah.
and I want to see how he reacts to that. Like he's just such a likable dude, and
Yeah. There's no reason
I
to.
want to give him the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt.
there's no
Yeah,
reason to freak out. He just didn't
yeah.
have a great year, and move on, and he'll be back. All right, Miles Hinton, the rookie from Michigan.
Well, when you say rookie, that immediately makes me think I want to see more,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so that again, I want to see more. Another case of where maybe it's we invite him as part of the 90, whether or not he makes is it 53 at the end now? I know they changed it recently,
I
but
honestly, I can't.
I'll just call it the 53.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna not call it that. So,
Yeah. Okay.
um, all right. Then we have finally on the offense, the last person, rookie out of Rutgers, 6'8", Holland Pierce.
I mean, he's 6'8". Like again, I feel like this is another case of let's see what we have,
Yeah.
and we're gonna know a little better too once we see the draft whether or not
Oh
we
yeah.
like who we want to actually keep, who we're
Oh,
actually going to
100%.
invite to the
Yeah.
90.
Well,
But
and
yeah,
also free agency too. So,
yeah.
Adam checking in, Big Fred. And also, he had a bad year, Mailata. Yeah, wasn't great.
Sure.
I think it was a
Yeah.
combination of, you know, there had to have been some nagging things. The fact that Landon was nagging all year, still playing.
Hmm.
So kind of he was probably having to cover a little bit. And then Dickerson was probably having to cover for Jurgens as he was a little banged up. It was just
Yeah.
a domino effect. So
Right. Once you start down that domino,
yeah,
it's
which
yeah.
I think if you really look at it, it might make you feel a little better about Steen. The fact that he didn't have
Yeah.
Tim Johnson for half the year, and was dealing with a hurt Jurgens for half the year, and or
And
toast.
hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that he was at least consistent, I think says a lot about him. So. All right, well, there you go. There you have the offense. I don't know if I think if we can speed through the defense, but why not?
Yeah.
Why not wait? Well, I was going to say, why not? We'll give it part two next week.
Okay, that sounds good to
Focus
me.
more on the
Yeah.
defense. Um, that way, we give it its proper due. We might as well do special teams.
Okay. Would you
So,
want to do that? Or I had a special question I wanted to ask you.
oh
I
yeah,
heard
yeah,
it at the end of
let's do that.
NFL Live. They talked about we touched on it briefly at the beginning of the show, the Philly special and the special, the 30 for 30 they're showing on Friday. Which again, I think you were right. They missed the ball. They should have released that tonight.
Really should have released that today. Yeah.
Um, but so they asked him, how did it change? Like so many Philly fans' lives, and it's like, man, like hey, just this morning I was talking with a good friend of the show, Shane, and I said easily second greatest day of my life. Greatest day of my life being the day I married my wife. For me, easily the second greatest day of my life was
Uh,
when the Eagles won that Super Bowl. Like hands down.
yeah,
Like I
would
know
I
you
would
probably have
say
some mixed emotion. You have a son that
I would
obviously
say yeah,
that's
that's probably
yeah
my
yeah
second greatest moment as well. Obviously, the day my son was born, and the
yeah
fact that while only a year and a half old, was able to
yeah. He was
watch
there with
the
you.
Super Bowl
Hmm.
with me, and in his young 9 years has two Super Bowl victories under his
What a
belt.
spoiled little brat.
Spoiled little brat, exactly. Very good. How old were we? 36?
Yeah, I was
36?
37 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, 36 years of nothing.
Yep.
And nothing. And this kid,
I have the shirt, which I'm so glad that Jess mispronounced this when she saw this. The shirt "I survived the Rich Kotite era," and she's like, "Who is Rich Kotite?" And I'm just like, "Kotite, it's Kotite!" I got so fired up.
there's no shock to that.
Yeah,
But yes, it easily has to be the second greatest. And
yeah.
um, yeah, they were. I think 97.5 was doing like what's the greatest championship of your lifetime kind of thing, and
Oh my god,
'08
that's easy.
Phillies,
Yeah,
and I get the '08 Phillies. That was the
sure. It was the
first one in
first one for
25
us.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the first one, really. Like, again, we were 2 and 3 respectively when the Sixers won theirs.
Right.
Um, so that doesn't really freaking count.
No.
Um, yeah, we really weren't there to witness it. Just kind of
And
like,
even if it had, the Eagles would still trumped it. Sorry, guys.
no,
Like,
yeah. And same thing with my son. I'm sure
yeah.
when it comes down to it, he's going to be like,
He'll
yeah,
say this year as
this year
opposed to
was the first real
52
one.
because he really remembers it. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, so obviously the '08 has a special place,
hmm
but yeah, I mean I'm an Eagle guy more than a Philly guy. Um, but yeah, so
Anybody could walk around your basement and they'd realize you're an Eagle guy.
I,
Walk around your house, really. Oh, geez. Oh, that's awesome.
it's spilling out. I don't know what to do. I literally have like 5 or 6 like nice things that I need to put up on the wall
hmm
somewhere. I don't think I have the space for it.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I have plenty of space on my walls that I could add stuff, but I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm seeing some spots there.
yeah. Oh, I know. I'm sure you look at the
There.
back of my wall and you're immediately in your mind like how you would fill.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like I put
yeah,
that shit there, put that there.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so obviously more of an Eagle guy, but yeah, it was a special day 8 years
Sure.
ago. Especially uh, everything that's kind of happened since then.
Yeah,
Being there with you, your family, your dad, sharing that
yeah.
moment with you guys. Um, yeah, it's certainly something that every time I think about that day, that Super
Yeah,
Bowl, it's part of what I think about. It's part of
sure.
being there with my son,
Yeah,
and then
that was
also
cool.
being there with you and your dad, witnessing, being a part of that moment. Yeah, like,
I also think of you at one point hoisting my uncle, Uncle Nick. It was hilarious. And at one point, I know Nicholas hoisted me up.
oh wow, that's saying something.
I know. I was telling him, man, you just got a low center of gravity, and you had the physics and just like hoist it up. And
Yeah,
boy, like being in his early 20s and having the muscles then.
right. Adam says they need to develop a center and 2 guards. I think Jurgens and Dickerson are injury prone. Well, they certainly are, and I agree with
Yeah,
you.
but that's part of, I feel like, adding depth. And if you're going to
Yeah,
have a good offensive line, and
well,
especially in
I think
today's NFL, you have to have depth.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's hope for Kendall.
Yeah.
WP was with Nick Foles and WIP afternoons. I was 58, I think. Yikes. Yeah, well, there you go. Um, it took a long time. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't even have one jersey other than a generic Phillies. LOL. Too cheap. I have a Jab jersey to sell. Yeah, I got one. This is I think I'm going
That's
to
not
say that's
even, that doesn't scratch the
like a fifth.
surface of what you,
That's like a
yeah.
fifth of my jerseys, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm preparing something. If anybody knows me, I have an Instagram page called The Hunt for 100 Eagles, and basically I'm just showing all of my jerseys. But I'm
Right.
I'm trying to get a jersey from 0 to 99. I'm about 3/4 of the way there, but I have over 100 jerseys, and I'm just kind of showing them one by one. But once I get through that, I kind of want to do like little series of other things. So I'm kind of prepping for that. But anyway, well, yeah, that's gonna do it. Quick show. Sorry about that. We really
Sometimes these quick hitters, though, I feel like can be some good quality shows.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's us.
Yeah.
They're always good quality.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We're pretty awesome.
But all right, folks. Well, listen. As I said in the beginning of the show, draft coverage has started on the Eagles Pinball Network. Please make sure you're checking in Birds of the Round Table. Also, a couple other shows that are doing draft coverage. Dives is back doing draft coverage with David and I. We're going to kind of steer that ship for an Eagles-centered look at draft prospects. Mark and, of course, Shane Half are going to take a more of an NFL-focused look at NFL draft prospects. So
I'll be
please make
dialed into
sure-
both those shows. Yeah.
please make sure you're liking, following, sharing. If you're watching this later, please make sure you do that. Or if you're listening later to any podcast platforms, please make sure that you give it a 5-star rating. That stuff means the world to us. It helps us get our stuff shared out to more and more people. And let's be honest, just looking at the landscape, you're seeing some shows, you're seeing clips of people, and it's like, you'd rather see quality stuff. So, and Eagles Pinball Network, that's all we do. So, but that's going to be it for us. Eric, you got anything to add before we pop on out of here?
Nah.
Appreciate Adam for chiming in, helping us with some comments. We do always appreciate that. But appreciate everybody who likes, follows, listens, shares, rates, whatever. All of it means the world to us. Thank you. Go Birds, and of course, have a great rest of your week. Hopefully there's not too much snow for the locals, and that's it for the Football Smack Talk show. I'm Ryan.
I'm Eric. Happy football, everybody. Go Birds.
Go Birds.